Peter, it's a big day today.
It is a big day.
This is one of our most requested albums on the show.
Does our audience skew fusion? Because if so, they're going to be happy.
There's a pocket of our audience that is the fusion pocket.
Yes.
And they are there. Right. They've got pockets on their pants.
Whoa. He's coming in hot. I like it.
But they want more pocket. They want more fusion pocket. And this is a classic jazz fusion album. I know that the guys in Weather Report don't like that term, but I mean, when you think of jazz fusion, you think of Weather Report.
Yeah.
And I am very excited because, like I said, we've had a lot of comments, a lot of angry comments about
that we haven't done this.
Why haven't you guys done Heavy Weather? And so today we're doing a 1977's Heavy Weather. But before we get into Heavy Weather, Peter.
Yeah. Yes.
Let's start at the beginning.
Just do it.
So this band,
Louis Armstrong, 1928, beginning of the recording industry.
So it's New Orleans, 1916. No,
a young Joe Zawinul gets off the boat.
So the beginnings of Weather Report start with a very familiar name around here at the You'll Hear podcast, Miles Davis.
Yeah. Right.
So just before this was happening, Joe Zawinul and Wayne Shorter, who had known each other for years, but they had just played on together in a silent way, and Bitches Brew, two enormous albums in the grand scheme of jazz history, and I think you could say fusion history too, although they aren't exactly fusion albums for sure. But
precursor.
They get together with a few other musicians, and they start this band, this project called Weather Report, and they record a self-titled album in 1971. And it's not like the album we're about to listen to. It sounds more like this. That's Miroslav on the bass.
Yeah. Czechoslovakian at that time.
Bass master.
Yeah.
So you could hear how this is straight out of Bitches Brew. I mean, it's not exactly
the same. In a silent way.
And in the silent way. It has more of that tone to it than what Weather Report would eventually become. Weather Report would eventually lean in to the funk a little bit more. And just a few years later, in 1974, they released an album that you and I agree is one of our favorites.
Yeah.
And we should redo this album. We did it, I don't know if you remember, we did Mysterious Traveler from 1974 from Weather Report. We did it during the pandemic. Do you remember
which pandemic?
The COVID pandemic. I don't know if you remember because
COVID-20.
Your brain is fried now.
COVID-19.
I think it was COVID-19.
Right. Didn't hit us till 20.
Till 2021.
We're a little behind things.
Yeah. But we did,
I do remember that.
In that Tuesday night series, we listened to Mysterious Traveler, and you could tell that something is changing by this point.
Right. Well, it's not Miroslav anymore. That's one thing.
Yeah. It's a rotating cast of bass players, drummers, and percussionists.
Alphonse Johnson, I think.
Alphonse Johnson. This is Cucumber Slumber from Mysterious Traveler.
Damn. That bass is high up in the mix. It's like the bass is above Wayne, but it works.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's not just...
What are you doing? This is a great solo. The way they come out of it. You know what? That'll be good. We'll come back and do that record.
No, we should do Mysterious Traveler at some point. I think that might be artistically Weather Report's peak, but it was not their commercial peak.
Right.
So, like I said, up until this point, it's mostly been Joe and Wayne.
Yeah.
And this rotating cast of drummers, bass players, and percussionists. And it happens again. They find a kid from Florida named Jaco Pastorius.
Shout out Florida. I'm a kid from Florida. Fun fact.
This is keyboardist and founder Joe Zawinul talking about when Jaco joined the band.
It was July 1975, exactly. We just came back from Boston. Cannonball Adderley had died. It was a very hard thing for me. And I wrote a song, it was called Cannonball. I had this little melody in the beginning, which I thought this guy's tone would be perfect for this kind of thing, So we started right with this particular tune. And in the beginning, he was busy, So I just stopped the band for a minute and said, you know what? We already know you can play. Forget about that. You are here with us now, with the veterans. And you have a beautiful tone. Use that tone. And what happened at that point is on the record.
Yeah.
So he's talking about Jaco Pastorius, the bassist, who would make his debut with the band on a couple of tracks of their 1976 album, Black Market, when he was just 24 years old. Everybody else is in their 40s or 30s.
Yeah.
Jaco,
and Joe Zawinul and Wayne were they were the same generation.
They were almost exactly the same age. But here's
and a generation before Jaco.
Here's that track,
Jaco.
that track Cannonball with Black Market with Jaco taking the lead.
Oh, yeah. Oh, perfect percussion. Oh.
Jaco famously plays a fretless bass.
Yeah.
Fretless electric.
That he defretted, I believe.
Is that true?
I think it's I believe it's we're not journalists. Fender jazz bass.
Oh yeah.
Then he took the frets off. Shout out Scott's Bass Lessons. I think I watched the video on that. This was the first Jaco recording, right?
Yeah.
I mean, first time he recorded with him.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, man, Weather Report, I forget. So, from the first album, Cucumber Slumber, Black Market, what we're about to get into today, Heavy Weather, and then I'm going forward, I'm skipping over some stuff, but I got to see them live at 85. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But I'm remembering now, and that was the final band, actually.
Yeah.
Omar Hakim on drums, great.
Yeah, they were
Powell Hall, 2 blocks from here.
Beautiful.
Crazy. They had crazy lights and stuff, brought. It was a rock show.
Yeah.
But they really were a band. I mean, the thing that held the band together, the only constant was Joe and Wayne, right?
Yeah.
Through that whole period. I mean, we associate, especially what we're about to listen to with Heavy Weather, as, am I allowed to say it, almost a Jaco record, right?
Jaco kind of takes over
Yeah.
the band for a couple of years here.
Right. But
He's
that's
such a
just
huge
small
personality. I mean,
Yeah.
listen, Joe and Wayne are giants. There's no
and
doubt about it.
I mean, they let him. He wasn't a hostile takeover.
But he's 25 years old.
Yeah.
He's bringing some energy that
Yeah.
I think is, how it is when you get to be your 40s, like, whoa, this kid is on fire.
He was like a bolt of light and energy.
Let him cook, right?
Yeah.
Weather Report had never had a hit, though, Peter. We've skipped over some albums.
Right.
After 6-hour albums, they never had a hit. And then when Jaco came fully on board with Heavy Weather, the band recorded this album in a matter of weeks, and the result was one of the best-selling jazz albums of all time. It went on to become a crossover hit, reaching, get this, number 30 on the Billboard 200. That's not the Billboard Jazz 200.
No,
that is the Hot 100.
It's the 200. It's the albums.
Hot 200. No,
Yeah.
Cold, is it the mild 200? It's the
lukewarm.
Billboard 200.
The tepid 200.
All right, the charts people are really pissed off now. But it reached number 30,
Yeah.
which is insane. Specifically, this first track.
And number 35 or something on R&B. I don't know why it was lower. But I mean, the fact that it made both those charts
is insane.
But the Billboard 200 is.
So the first track is the hit of the album. It's one of the biggest jazz crossover hits ever. Legend has it, according to an interview with Jaco and according to a few other sources, that there was recorded in a single take, one take.
Yeah.
And it's Birdland.
And apparently that wasn't true, but it was close to one. Well, I don't know. I've heard both ways, but.
I set it up all nice, and then you knocked it down.
Sorry.
It was possibly recorded.
It was a minimum of one take. We know that. No less than.
It's Birdland.
That's Joe. I always thought that was Jaco when I was a little kid. I was like, man,
Oh,
how is
yeah,
he doing that? And then the next one. Let me shut up.
So sick.
Harmonics.
Yeah, that's harmonics on the
harmonics, I
bass.
believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
On a fretless.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, he was the Stanley Jordan of the bass. Man, I messed up that bass line in Stage Band.
Every high school jazz band in the 80s and 90s played this song.
Alex Acuna.
Yeah. Interesting
it.
story about him
Yeah.
on this. Woo.
Joe Zawinul, the master of the suspended fourth, resolving boom, 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 and then back.
So good at it.
That's the fourth, that's the third. Man, Zavino with the sound. Is it a little bit of vocoder or something? I always thought a little bit of Bee Gees or something.
I don't know.
There comes a little later. I don't know, maybe. Hear that? Some kind of early sampler. Okay, whenever you're ready, I have a hot take on this.
Go for it.
Oh, are we ready for this?
We're ready.
I think this is one of the weakest songs on the album.
Oh, hot take indeed. Scorching hot.
And I mean, I really love the playing on this. And I mean, there's so much cool stuff. And I played it in middle school jazz band badly, you know, and then when Manhattan Transfer came back with the, you know, in 1980 or 70, late 70s, that was huge. That was, I mean, because of my age, I didn't remember this record, but by that time I was started to hear it and stuff. Quincy at the, you know, the late 80s. I feel like this song is just a bunch of vamps. Played so well and grooving, but like, what's the melody to Birdland?
This.
No, well, what about?
This is the melody.
That's what there's like 4 different melodies each section. This is the weakest of all the melodies.
You think this is the weakest of all the melodies?
I mean, it's fine. It's no Mercy, Mercy Me. That's all I'm saying. Which was a bigger hit. Also,
Mercy, Mercy Me, or Mercy, Mercy, Mercy?
Mercy, Mercy, Mercy. Mercy, Mercy Me.
Yeah, Mercy,
Dude,
Mercy Me.
It's 11 p.m. in here. You got me contracted here all day long. It's a full eclipse out here.
Okay.
Did I get too hot for you too early in the album?
Restate your hot take because I want to make sure that I get all these points.
I think this is the weakest composition on this album. I understand why
you're saying
biggest.
Jaco sucks.
No, Jaco is incredible.
Wayne is overrated. Is that what you're saying?
Wayne just doesn't play a lot on this record. Like, this is not I mean, what he plays is great. There's a couple really cool solos, but like, this is not a big Wayne record.
No, actually, a lot
this
of the
is
weather,
not on the apex mountain of Wayne Shorter solos.
I think a lot of the Weather Report records are not like Wayne Short.
No, but he's got some moments.
He's got some moments.
Everything.
But you're right.
Black Market.
I kind of agree with you. I feel like Birdland is, I mean, for lack of a better phrase, like it can't get out of its own way. In a sense, and it's become so ubiquitous for musicians learning how to play this music that it's almost like it's hard to separate the middle school, high school jazz band versions, especially if like I didn't hear this. The first time I heard it was my high school jazz band's version, right? Yeah. And then they were like, go check out the album.
Yeah, me too.
But it feels just as a concept, maybe a little bit more dated than some of the other Weather Report things. Like, and I think that's due to its own success.
I think even more dated than anything on this record in a way.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I think it's because it was so popular, right? There's so many. It became kind of like its own genre, Birdland. Like people did so many different ripoffs of it. It's hard to not associate those watered down versions of this with Birdland. So I see what you're saying. The connotations I have the same kind of thing. I don't need to listen to Birdland a lot anymore.
And I always think too, like a great composition means not just the performance. And the performance is stunning, especially Jaco.
It's awesome. Jaco
on here.
Crushing.
Alex Acuna.
Yeah,
but
Alex Acuna.
Zawinul's sounds, that's probably the ARP 2600.
Probably the ARP, yeah.
But that Oberheim, when he, but it's not, I always feel like a great composition you can take to other great musicians.
Yeah.
And they can really sink their teeth into it. And this is like, you don't really want to hear anybody else. Well, although Manhattan Transfer did.
But to be honest, Peter, I mean,
that was great lyrics too.
Your take holds up with the fact that you don't hear a lot of people covering this anymore.
Right.
It was something that was covered a lot in the 80s by people.
Yeah.
But you don't hear a lot of people doing covers of Birdland like in small group settings when you totally could.
Yeah.
You totally could. But I've never thought, I'm not going to cover it. You know
I don't think it's on even the top 5 Zawinul compositions.
I agree with that.
So,
I agree with that.
Yeah. And I just think it's detached from this record. Now, having said that, if this wasn't the first song on here, would this record have, been one of the first and only platinum jazz records? If you consider this jazz, which I do, that's gonna be another little thing because you love to get into the genres. But I mean, this is like if this song wasn't on this record and the rest of the album, which I think is stronger, I don't think this album is any bigger than any other Weather Report record.
Interesting.
I think this is such an accessible thing. I know I'm saying that there's no melody. There's 4 melodies.
That's so, and when it goes da ba ba ba,
that's just simple and simple. And when almost anybody else plays it, it's corny. They pull it off because there's so much like fusion virtuosity going on.
It's got a little shoulder shake.
It does,
like it makes you. You know what I mean?
Well, it's a little sassy.
A little sassiness to it.
Right.
Yeah.
But it could cross over into corny.
You talked about Alex Acuna playing the drums here. He had been playing percussion in Weather Report previous to this, while Chester Thompson was playing the drums. One day after rehearsal, Jaco said, "Let's play some more." And Alex had his brushes playing on the table in the chair, and they're playing, Miles Davis and Wayne Shorter stuff. And Jaco was surprised that Alex knew all these tunes on the drum kit. Apparently, nobody knew I played drums. Alex said, "I respect that. I was hired as a percussionist. I'm going to play percussion." But then later they all realized he's an amazing drummer at the kit, and he records on this album.
Yeah,
incredible. Which is kind of awesome.
He's from Peru, isn't he?
He's Peruvian.
Right? Which is a cool thing because we don't come across that a lot.
And
but he played on. He playing with. Maybe he wasn't by this point, but he played with Joni.
He played with everybody
right after this.
And it's Manolo Badrena on percussion.
Right. Hearing an album is one thing, but trying to play the stuff is a whole other thing. But that's exactly what we do and teach at Open Studio. World-class musicians, real instructors, all in one place. Go to openstudiojazz.com. That's openstudiojazz.com. Start your free trial today. Back to the show. Your pronunciation leaves something to be desired, but we'll talk about that another time.
So not a fan of Birdland, but I gotta imagine you are a fan of the second track, which is
because another Zawinul comp. I love this.
A beautiful song called "A Remark You Made."
Yeah. Ethereal.
Woo! Zawinul, a master of the keyboards, truly like an innovator, maybe doesn't get enough credit for pushing synthesizers forward.
The Wurlitzer, maybe the all-time master of the whirling. Oh, this.
A little walk down in the bass.
Oh. That's some Joe right there. But I mean, the way Wayne phrases it. And the piano sound, I think, fits so good on this track, and most of them, except for Birdland. But
if you think about it, too, that fretless bass is such an original sound at this time. Man, not many people are doing it.
Oh. Oh. I forgot. I think that synthesized, I think that's one of the best played synthesizer melodies, phrased.
It's so beautiful.
He's phrasing it like Wayne, not like Wayne Shorter, but with the same kind of, it's stunning. Especially those instruments were hard to control back then.
Listen, I love the pads on this one.
Yes.
That are happening here.
I mean, yeah, Zavino orchestrated them. He knows how to mix the piano in.
Man, we didn't deserve Wayne Shorter. He's just the greatest ever, the greatest melody maker.
And I think, for like Wayne and Joe, they obviously bonded musically. They came up like on the same, I mean, they were guys from the 50s. Like, Zavino was in the U.S., I believe, if not in the late 50s, no later than 1960. And that was like Wayne cutting his teeth. And then, with Art Blakey, like they came up.
They played together for a while in one of those big bands.
Oh, okay.
I forget which one. Put in the comments, where did Joe and Wayne play together? I'm spacing now, but they played together when they were kids, basically.
Wow.
When they were young.
Yeah, and then I think, Zavino's Long Association, which is basically all the 60s with Cannonball Adderley and Nat Adderley, and wrote for them and played in the band. I mean, like for a big part of that. And then, of course, Wayne in the 60s developed Art Blakey done to what may be considered the best Miles Davis quintet. And then in a Silent Way, which I don't know if Wayne was on there, but I know that I think Salvino wrote in a Silent Way.
Wayne's on there.
Wayne's on there.
And Bitches Brew. They're both on Bitches Brew.
Okay. So, and then that leads to this. So like they had this kind of simpatico in terms of how they approach things. And as you said earlier, being able to, the good fortune of Jaco coming along, but then recognizing that a generation behind, and then this idea of folk music of the future.
Right.
And I think Zavino
which is how they describe this.
Yes.
How Zavino described this. Yeah.
And he talked about that with, when I got a chance in the early 90s to hang out with him a little bit, and some great times in an airport on a layover when we were all stuck there. And
Pete and Joe just
it was a bunch of young musicians and Joe and him. But I saw him. We were on the same sort of tour of the festival, so we'd see him every couple of days. Super nice guy. But he talked about this folk music of the future. He had a band called this Zavino's Syndicate. Yeah. That was, it wasn't the next Weather Report because Wayne wasn't part of it, but it was, Paco Siri was playing drums, and like he had a very interesting view. I never heard him talking about fusion a lot, but he was definitely the master of like, what, kind of early what became world music and a little bit of a dirty word.
Well, apparently these guys didn't like the word fusion. They didn't want jazz fusion to be part of their...
Did it cause some confusion for them?
It did. Oh, okay. So A Remark You Made, gorgeous. Yeah. Gorgeous track. And it's followed up by, I think, the next track is the musician's musician track. Like this is the one that every bass player geeks out over. And every drummer geeks out over, which is interesting because this is not Alex Acuna on the drums.
No.
This is Jaco Pastorius on the bass and the drums.
You know how hard that is to do that at the same time?
This is Teen Town. The Jaco composition, by the way. Those pads are sick too.
Wayne on the counter melody. Was that a timpani instead of a bass drum?
I don't think so. I think it's a floor tom.
That's a big ass low.
Maybe it's a timpani. I don't know.
And this backwards hi-hat pattern.
Woo! Just the greatest synth sounds, man.
Zavino could phrase that synthesizer. That's some badass right there. Desert Island? Jimi Hendrix influence there. And that high. Congas. There's so much space. I forgot about that for Jaco. As much as he's playing, when he's not playing, he ain't playing shit.
Well, that's what makes those those things.
It sounds like, you know what it sounds like is the bass drum. Woo.
Such a stupid ending that works so well. Why does that work so well?
That's another thing that if anybody else plays it like that, stop it. Don't do it.
Don't do it, but it works. I would never change it. It's so great.
That bass drum sounds like those big, not the ones in the Marchman, the ones in the symphony orchestra.
Yeah.
You know, with the felt.
It might be something
like a big
weird.
furry.
I know we've got Weather Report nerds who know what that kit was made of.
That's the Bandolino Bandano.
Yeah.
Cinco de Patico.
Yeah, but that's a flag in the ground right there for Jaco. That's like, I wrote this. I'm playing bass. I'm playing drums. It's all bass and drums.
Yeah.
Aside from some textures from Wayne and Joe.
Yeah, and they're all in the background doing the perfect stuff.
Yeah, it's just such a banger, man.
Yeah, and it's the third song on the A side. I think too on the first side. What's interesting about this too, like he takes, it's almost like a swing beat turned backwards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Can you play just the beginning of it, if you don't mind? Oh, first of all, you know I always like to pause it with, this is a great drum intro.
This is a theme for the show.
Yeah.
An off-kilter drum intro.
Man, he's just like,
but it feels amazing.
Almost like Stevie Wonder playing like some fast fusion on drums, and then
I mean, I guess this is the kick drum.
Man, maybe so. Just a weirdly tuned.
Well, we'll talk about.
And that beat it, is that like Joe was so good at getting like the brass sounds on the keys which was not easy at that time. It wasn't like a few years later when the DX7 came, you can make trumpets.
Buddy, Joe had it dialed in.
Yeah, but he gave it that brassy or kind of like right there, you know. I think that it's so diabolical, right? And then like and his command of that, but we forget like how influential. I mean, yes, all the incredible left hand, just incredible technique that Jaco had, everything. But with that fretless, with that not vibrato, what do you call it? Yes, like the slides or vibrato that you can do. So if the frets are there, you can't really do that, or it's a different kind of sound. But the fretless open, and like he wasn't the first one to play fretless, but I mean, it was like pre-Jaco on electric bass and after.
Yeah.
There was
no one plays
the most influential, like maybe of all time on electric bass.
Yeah, not the first, but maybe the best.
Certainly for soloing. I mean, you talk about James Jamerson, obviously huge influence on electric bass players.
There's something so unique about the sound of a fretless bass.
Yeah.
Like it sounds like a bass, but there's what's so different about the tone? And it's got that sort of like wow thing that naturally happens because there's no fret.
And you can play it out of tune. He didn't do it much.
We should have Scott and Ian tell us about it. It'd be great. I'm sure they've already made tons of videos about it.
Scott's Bass Lessons. Shout out Scott and Ian.
So now Jaco's going to switch to steel drums to play Harlequin.
Oh, he plays steel. I never knew that. Another great off-kilter intro right here. Okay, so I was so confused over this. Okay, at the beginning, do you know, count it off with the intro how it feels to you.
Okay, ready?
Just count.
2, 3,
Wrong.
4,
Wrong.
1, 2, 3, 4
and a half.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What the what?
Yeah, so do it again. And I mean, this is the great thing. I mean, you don't have to know this, but it's kind of fun. And don't feel bad. I didn't know this for years. But you play it again.
1, 4, 1, 2, 3.
No. Start
4,
again.
1. We're gonna get it. Ready?
And 2, and 3, and 4, and 1,
and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3,
and then. But you know what's so slick about it is Joe just switches over during the big drum thing, so you don't notice. You think that's constant.
Yeah.
He slides back that chord from off the beat to on the beat. It's kind of seamless, but it gives you a little bit of. It is a javanal. The javelin, zavanal. More great phrasing, melodic, synthesizer. think Jaco slipped the mixing engineer a couple $100 per track to push him up in the mix.
Yeah, we'll talk about the production at the end. I've got some
Notes.
slight quibbles.
This is a little Secrets Headhunters-y a little bit, you know?
It definitely is.
Damn. Oh. That's the jazz guys messing it up with too much stuff, right? I love it! Love it! Yay! Hercules! Hercules! Ah. A lot of overdubbing on this record, obviously. I'm assuming. Man, Joe Zawinul, big influence on Joe Sample. You hear it in his, like, his phrasing, his lines, his harmonic approach. I don't know, it just hit me. I never thought about it. Oh, that's a badass line he just played. That's what I think is like another vocal kind of thing.
I think that's a synthesizer, though.
Yeah, I think it is too. One.
It's so stupid. It's great. Alex Acuna.
Woo!
Hey.
That was a Stevie Phil.
Wayne Shorter.
This is some of the most of his playing.
I don't know. I just realized I had my notes here. Features steel drums played by Jaco. I don't hear any steel drums in that at all. I don't even know why that's in there.
People are saying that there's
People are saying there are steel drums in there, but I don't think that's the case. That must be a mistake.
Maybe that was the. Maybe that's what he was playing on. No, that wouldn't be steel drums.
The next track is interesting because
it's a fun little aside.
This was
Shout out to St. Thomas. We love the island.
Hey, this is written by Vadrina and Acuna, recorded live at the Montreux Jazz Festival.
Badalena.
Jazz Festival, July 8th,
Montreux.
July 8th, 1976.
Okay, can we talk about this track before we play it?
Okay, go.
We'll talk.
Well, it's very very different from
it's
everything
weird,
else.
right?
Well, let's listen.
And isn't this at the beginning of the
side B?
Yeah, the second. Is it?
I think so.
Yeah. It was. I remember it being a little bit. I was like, you know what? Can I be fully honest?
Go.
I used to skip this track.
Rumba Mama
on LP. It's great, but it's just weird.
Badrina?
Come on. You got it in my head now.
Badrina?
Yeah. It's Badalena.
I can't believe you skipped this.
I was a stupid nerd kid because I was like obsessed with piano. So
it didn't have piano.
Yeah. No, and it was just like
not much for passion or soul. I get it.
Yeah, I mean, I was 12 years old or 30. I don't know. I was killing.
Damn.
And I remember when not this band, but when they used to have the drum tune interludes with Weather Report, it was stunning.
Come on.
And this became very influential for bands in this time, all the way up through the mid-'80s, to do these, like, especially at live festivals. I remember doing this with Diane Reeves a bunch of times with the drummer, Munyongo Jackson, the percussionist. Yeah.
Pretty great, Pete. Pretty great.
No, of course it's great. It's just, but it's weird placement on this record. And like, to me, this kind of, it's like a live track. It's not, I don't know.
It's 2 minutes.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? The next track is
filler.
Is the only
great filler.
The only track that was composed by Wayne Shorter. This is called Palladium.
Woo! Now here's a little shades of Secrets.
You think?
Yeah.
No.
Herbie?
When's the Secrets pod?
Did we do it?
We didn't.
Oh, God. What are we? This is an unusual Wayne tune, but it's got some Wayneisms in it. Woo! Yeah, like the...
I think this is killing tune.
It is killing.
I mean, I just want to go back to your hot take.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. Birdland seems very not as heavy
as
the other stuff on Heavy Weather.
Or as you said before the mics came on, we were outside
Don't
vaping.
You dare.
Birdland sucks.
Don't you dare.
Woo! Man, Wayne's, the logic of his compositions is off the charts, man. Woo. Like the way that the melodies resolve the architecture of it. Oh, it's so satisfying, man. Is that Rhodes? That's Rhodes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a real crispy Rhodes.
It's crispy. It's a little overdriven, just a little bit.
A little bit.
Ah.
I love Jaco's playing on this. It's
so great.
Like
relentless, man. Oh. And busy, but great.
The sound when he goes up.
Yeah.
To those
that brassy keys Woo. Wayne Shorter just like, there's something about his compositions. Man, he's just so in command of the elements of music, you know? It's very much Thelonious Monkish, you know? Where you're like, oh, I could have come up with that. No, you couldn't have.
It's a...
Okay. Speak, man. Speak.
All right, I'm going to do my quibble bit now.
Okay, let's do it.
Only because the synths on Palladium
Yeah.
are so fucking amazing.
Yeah.
They sound so good. Joe has them so dialed in. The production on this album bothers me a little bit in that it feels kind of thin, in that it feels very top heavy. There's a lot of high end on things.
Yeah, even the bass.
Even the bass. And I wonder what it would sound like if it was recorded in Stevie's classic run with those guys, or if it was recorded at this with the Headhunters.
Yeah.
Dryness and warmth, right?
Yeah. And just maybe a little more consistency.
Like you mentioned
too.
Secrets, like the synths, I don't think sound quite as good. Herbie doesn't have them as dialed in as what Joe's able to do.
Yeah.
Just Joe has so many textures on the synths. There's just like an amazing array of textures. But I feel a little cheated. Like I wish it was a little warmer. And that's just a personal preference. I'm sure some people love the way this sounds. I honestly think the only track it really works well on is Teen Town. I think for whatever reason that high-end reverb that they have on Teen Town, that's on almost every track actually, but it really works in that scenario because it's kind of a sparse arrangement, a sparse orchestration.
Yep.
But on like Palladium, on a Remark You Made, on Harlequin, on the Juggler, like I want to hear the full richness of those analog synthesizers that Joe's playing, and I sometimes don't feel, and the bass too.
Right.
And sometimes I don't feel like I get it. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, I almost feel like Wayne's sound is the most consistent. Like I'm not getting, one of my quibble bits, since we're throwing these around, is just always just more Wayne. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this, but I mean, that's also not what this record's about. I get it. I mean, there's plenty of other Wayne, but I would agree on the sound.
But what he does is so beautiful.
Oh, it's so great. Yeah. But I mean, I think I would agree on the sound. I do think that there are times, I actually think a Remark You Made, I'm pretty much cool with almost all the sound. Like, the single line synth stuff is stunning that Salvinal does. And I mean, I'm sure if you listen to it,
the pads are stunning. Everything is stunning. It's so pristine.
And I mean, Birdland is a kick-ass mix. But I mean, that's part of the success of it,
I guess so. But I don't know. I don't know if I agree, honestly. I
just feel it's uneven. I think Palladium is one. I mean, like when it goes down to that bass, like to that
big
low,
bass synth.
Oh man, it's like it's off. It's not even off mix. It's like disturbing to the architecture of the tune.
It doesn't use what's so good about that sound, in my opinion. I'm sure. Again, I'm not an expert on production, but I just feel like I don't know. It's
this is not I couldn't say this is an incredible sounding record.
Yeah.
But I do at times. I don't know. To me, it doesn't ruin the experience.
No,
That's
not
what
at
I
all.
mean.
No, I mean it's a very it's a B plus. It's not like
there are times though, like what we just heard, that it does kind of like.
I just
gets
wish,
in the way.
you just wish you had a little bit more like oomph to those sounds.
And
because I know they're there. Those, if we were in the room with it, the oomph would be like so with you when those big analog synths can make those huge sounds.
Maybe they just didn't know how to record them great yet.
No, 77, buddy.
That's true.
They're doing it.
Robert Margalef and Cecil knew how to.
Asia's
record.
the same year. They knew how to record them.
75 times.
Yeah.
Well, I think too, one thing that I do think is consistently subpar is the piano sound. And there's actually, like, in going back and preparing for this, I had forgotten how much, I mean, like, the synth stuff and the Rhodes and Worley stuff that Joe does is so amazing. He plays a fair amount of piano on this record.
Yeah.
And none of that is a great sound. The acoustic piano is not great. But this is not the era.
It's not that kind of thing, though.
Yeah.
But he's playing such great piano, too.
Yeah.
Next up is The Juggler. This is another Zavino.
Song. This is... This always reminded me of Bartok when I first heard it. Ooh, dynamics. Wayne on soprano.
Such a cool idea.
This is an epic vibe, right? Yeah.
Some high-level shaker work.
Yeah, man. That melody, that's gutsy to play after Wayne Shorter on sopranos playing the melody. He pulls it off. Oh. The percussion's recorded really well on this record.
Hey, come on.
music of the future. Good call. This has the feel of being through composed.
Well,
Is it?
yes.
Okay.
I mean, that's kind of their thing, right? A Remark You Made
Yeah.
is like, if you can go search and find the lead sheet for that.
Right.
It's wild, man.
Yeah.
That's, I think, Weather Report's strongest gear.
Yeah.
Is like these semi or truly through composed
Right.
pieces
Well,
that
they come off. At least they come off.
or
that
they
way
come off
to
that
the
way,
listener.
but it's really, they're very special, and
Yeah.
it's got to be hard to put together. Like, these are so intricate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's it takes you on a journey. It's got an epic feel to it. It's very cinematic. It's very atmospheric.
Cinematic
It's like,
is
I mean,
great.
this could have been like the greatest like gaming music ever. Could you imagine going to different parts of on a quest, right? Like it's a story. It really is.
I mean, it feels like it could be like, this song could be on the Blade Runner soundtrack in
Yeah.
1980.
yeah, this could be great movie. I mean, high level movie music.
Yeah, for sure.
I think
1980.
I got one for you. I got a question for you.
Okay, what do you got?
Which has aged better? Wayne's soprano sound on The Juggler or Birdland as a composition?
Birdland. No, of course. Of course it's Wayne's soprano.
So that's
song.
my thing with this record. Like I have to say this is a little bit of an uneven record because the highs are so high. I mean, I'm not even gonna say for fusion, for 70s, to me, this is 70s jazz in the same way that Headhunters, the same way that Secrets,
yeah.
same way that M1 Dishi,
right.
you know, like
I agree.
this.
But I don't agree that it's an uneven record. I do agree that Birdland is the weakest track, but the rest of the album, every track is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I think.
But I,
mean,
just think but we're talking about some sound issues. We're talking about, you know, just a little bit.
But that's a preference. I'm sure some people love the way this sounds.
Right, but because there's such high, I mean, some of the greatest synthesizer, at least single line synthesizer, I would say, on any record ever.
Polyphonic synthesizers.
And yeah, of course. But I'm saying like specifically like the phrase, like literally best in class.
Yeah.
Best in class soprano sax playing.
100%. Drumming is off, by the way.
Birdland. So that's uneven. Because the high, like
Alex Acuna's playing is underrated.
Absolutely.
Bro is thrashing.
And we're bearing the lead. A gentleman by the name of Jaco
Pastorius.
Pastorius.
Crushing
Some of his
everything.
best playing.
Absolutely.
you know,
Yeah, absolutely.
And composition. So that's what I'm saying. Like the highs are so high. So to me, the lows. Right. That's what I mean. It's fine. It's just, it wouldn't be as much.
I see your shoulder twitching.
I see my jorts slipping on my jorts. We joke because we love. Okay, the record goes out. I always thought the name of this, Sumi, I got this wrong, was Havana.
It's not.
It's Havona.
Havona. No.
No, maybe.
It's Havona. Yeah.
Havona.
It's a Jaco Pastorius composition. A lot of people like to play this song.
Yeah, just a badass. Whew. Epic. Oh, here's another one, slide right into the time.
So killing.
Immediately hitting at the double time. Oh, when he goes up to this major seventh. Joe right here. Oh. Man, the drums are way down in the mix. The bass player tune. Simple, beautiful melody. All the action's on the bass.
Bass players love this album.
Yeah.
For good reason. This and the
Christian
Jaco.
McBride loves this record. I'm going to tell you my Christian story about this.
The Jaco Pastorius self-titled
Yeah.
bass players
of
love
course.
it. We should do that
Columbia
at some
Records.
point. That's a great
Was that
album.
before this? Oh. Man, this is a killer solo here. This is another gear for his album.
What a player, man.
Jacked up piano sound.
Sounds like it was recorded through a telephone.
Yeah.
Ooh, all those slides. Yeah.
For the piano.
Piano mic. Somebody called. This is an actual. This is an actual microphone that our engineer Sam sometimes likes to use.
That's what the piano sounds like out here.
A little bit, yeah.
Killer bass sound though. Oh my God. How many gigs you been on with the bass player starts trying to play like this?
Hey.
Come on. Joe's pads.
Damn. Hey.
Woo. Woo. Nice.
Gah.
The lack of backbeat on this, but then, so pattern. Yeah, this is it's a great ending to the record, and so I remember playing. Have you played any of these tunes before? I mean,
Yeah,
except
of course.
for Birdland.
No,
okay.
yeah.
The only time I did a tour in like 2000-ish, maybe even 99. I subbed for Jeff Keezer on a little tour with the Christian McBride band, CMB at the time. You remember when it was Terry on Gully?
Totally.
Ron Blake, great band, one of the best quartets. I came in, and they were playing a lot of this music. So we definitely played a Remark You Made, Harlequin, Palladium, The Juggler, and Havona. We did not play Birdland, by the way.
Or Teen Town.
We did not, which is crazy because of McBride. I mean, we might have. I don't ever remember playing that. I mean, I know McBride knows all that stuff.
Sure.
But McBride has these awesome charts, not that real book crap that's 94% accurate.
Yeah.
He had you talk about intricate charts, multiple pages for all these.
Yeah.
And that's where I learned most of this music.
Oh, that's
and
great.
it was so fun. The only problem was, at least the gig I remember in particular, we were playing at the Jazz Showcase in Chicago, right up 55 from here, 300 miles north. Joe Siegel, shout out, R.I.P. Joe Siegel. It used to be called the Joe Siegel's Jazz Showcase. Joe Siegel was an amazing jazz club impresario. I just realized this thing is shedding little...
Well, that's why it's taped up a bunch, Pete. That's why it's taped up.
Production, we have a problem.
He's holding up a phone.
Thank you. Shout out to our audio listeners. But we played... Joe Siegel famously hated fusion music.
Oh, excellent. So it was uncomfortable.
And Joe used to always be at the front of the club when you'd come in. Like he would greet people and come in. And when we came in, he made it like the whole run we were there for those like 5 or 6 days. I think we did like 6. This is back when we used to do like full runs. We were playing all this music and some other stuff. The Christian, I mean, he was playing mostly electric. It was jazz, but it was whatever. It was this kind of stuff. He had headphones on, big headphones, the entire time we were playing. And he claimed he was a big Cubs fan.
Okay.
In Chicago.
Okay.
Because he loves AAA baseball. Ooh. Well, uh-oh. He got scared. Anyway, just kidding. I don't have my Cardinals hat on.
Yeah, we can't say that anymore. We can't say that
anymore. No, but he would listen to the Cubs games. I was like, wow, they're playing always while we were playing. Wow. But he wouldn't listen to what we were playing. But I thought we were killing. The crowd liked it. Christian
Cubs must
killed
have
it.
been winning.
Yeah.
Hey, Peter.
Yeah.
Remember when we got that Herbie Hancock flexi disc in the mail? I am still thinking about that.
That flexi disc, that was such a flex. Yeah. It's from a 1974 copy of Downbeat magazine where Herbie plays a bit of actual proof.
Herbie Hancock?
Yes. Before it was even actual proof.
Well, we recorded the whole thing and we're sharing it for free with all of our newsletter subscribers. Sign up at You'll Hear It.
Don't tell them where.
No, I got to tell them where.
It's a private
Sign
newsletter.
Sign up at you'llhearit.com/newsletter to hear it for yourself. That's you'llhearit.com/newsletter, and you're going to get a newsletter from us every single week.
Awesome.
Categories, Peter.
Categories. All right, let's do this.
What is your Apex Moment / Desert Island track? What do you think?
Desert. I think it's a Remark You Made.
Good call.
For the track. And for the moment, there was, I made a note somewhere here. Oh, on Harlequin, can we maybe play, would that be hard if you got to around 130, 140 on that?
No, it's going to be impossible.
There's all these little cool lines, but there's one in particular that Zawinul plays. Just a bunch of cool little easy piano stuff for him. Little riffs. Yeah.
So
each one is perfect. But I'm going to show you one. That's great. This one. That's an actual song. That one, man. To me, that's just like, it's such a cool bluesy, just like very overt. And then when he plays after it, like it's kind of the peak of these cool little counter melodies that he's playing in between his own synth sounds and the bass stuff. So, but there's a bunch of Apex moments on this record. I think.
My Desert Island track is Teen Town.
Birdland.
Is Teen Town. And my Apex moment is Jaco's entrance on the bass on Teen Town.
Oh yeah, it takes a while for them to come in.
I will never forget the first time I heard that. I was like, I didn't know you could do that.
I know.
I had no idea a bass player could do that. I didn't know you were allowed to do that in music.
Right.
I didn't know. It was so mind-blowing.
That's awesome.
And I still love that. Quibble bits, we already talked about, my quibble is with a little bit of the production. I wish there was a little bit less of that reverb on it, except on Teen Town, which I think it really works on. But I think most everything else...
Because the bass is dialed in, especially on that.
And it's also very sparse. It's just, it's the drums and it's the bass, and there's some textures from Wayne and Joe, but accoutrements, what do you got?
Well, I can't do my quibble bit?
Oh, sorry, what was your quibble bit?
Birdland.
Of course.
Okay.
Accoutrements, I have a 4. I'm not a fan.
You know what? I have this record at home, and I apologize. I could not put my hands on it.
You wear your hat.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know if I go as low as 4, but it's fine. 7, 6, it's fine.
Well, wait, which is it, Peter?
Well, it's not 4. 4 is like, we've never gone as low as 4, have we? For accoutrements?
I've never. It's okay. It's a hat that's got a thunderstorm coming out of it, and
it is just like my hat.
It is just like your hat.
That.
Yeah, and it's over a city. I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of those ones. This has been. Did we talk? Oh yeah, we talked about it. This is one of like the top 5 selling jazz records of all time.
It is.
I believe it's Kinda Blue is first actually. Now this is not counting like Norah Jones and Kenny G.
Sure.
Shout out both of them.
Sure.
But Kinda Blue. Let me see if I get this right. What would number 2 be?
Headhunters?
I think so. Either 2 or 3. So yeah. So top 5 is Headhunters, Time Out, which I believe is number 5.
Oh, interesting.
But this is number 4. So there's one else that we're not thinking of. As far as over a million, over a million. That you'd think there'd be more of that, but there's not a lot of that. But yeah, Headhunters for sure.
Is this Weather Report's best album? That's our new category. No.
It's very good though. But it's clearly not.
Yeah, I think Mysterious Traveler is probably.
That's my favorite.
Which we should do. We should do again. Snobometer.
This is 2, right?
No, this is 5.
No. Okay, the Snobometer is broken. I know other people have said that, but it's hello Snobometer.
How is it a 2? I know Birdland was a popular song.
This is.
Okay, I hear what you're saying. It's just here's the thing, Peter, the show has changed. We're talking about Bad and Thriller in the mix. You know what I mean? Like this compared to Thriller, this is an 8 compared to Thriller.
But that's not what we're comparing it to. No, do I have to remind you about the snobometer? Number 1, Aunt Linda. Number 10, Ethan Iverson.
Right.
At number 5, Allen Iverson. Okay, so there you go.
Okay, I'll concede. What do you have up next? I have Herbie Hancock's 1976 masterpiece, Secrets.
That was a year before.
Just because I know, but we kept talking about it, and I would love to hear it.
I like doing stuff from this year. I'm gonna go Herbie Hancock VSOP, the original one.
Okay, good one.
That's a great record. I love that record. Double album. But Asia came out the same year too.
Asia's pretty good. Should we do an Asia show?
We should do a
re-Asia?
Nightwalker.
Nightfly?
Night Talkers.
We should do the Nightfly? You heard it here, folks. Peter wants to do the Nightfly.
Don't say it.
Peter wants to do the Nightfly.
This is awesome, man. Do we have any other housekeeping to do?
That's all we got.
Okay. Well, until next time.
You'll hear it.